Guys, it is back in traps today. So feeling alright compared to yesterday. I did not sleep very well tonight though, or last night. Um, I had to get up every 2 hours to take Evie to potty and all that stuff. Also, I just realized I haven't done a talk in the camper for a while. Probably have to bring this back. I'll probably start having my pre-workout in here and then do kind of like a little camper talk before the gym. But anyways, so Evie had to get up every 2 hours to take her potty. She's a little baby, but I get up every 2 hours anyways because I have to either go to the bathroom because of my bladder issues or I wake up from a nightmare, right? So my sleep has just been just like completely trash, and then Dog wasn't doing too good, or Yorkie. He kept spinning in circles and nonstop. So I think he's getting closer and closer every day to no longer being with us. Unfortunately, he's just getting old. He's going to be turning 18 soon, and he's just getting up there. It sucks. Today's plan is pretty much just go in there, do some of the lat workouts. I want to use that one machine that goes over your head that you sit. I don't know what it's called. Haven't done that. I did that one last one, but I haven't done that very much, and so I want to get that one done. Pretty much just 6 to 8 hard sets, and then just try to destroy our back and try to grow wider back and do all that stuff. So one comment that I've been getting a lot is people are like, well, if you've been at 1800 calories, like, dude, that's pretty aggressive for how much muscle you have. You're 5'11", like that's pretty aggressive. You should have already lost all your fat. And yes, on most days I go to 1800 calories, right? But remember when I talked to you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, on leg days I used to talk about it. Leg days I bring my calories up a little bit more, almost closer to maintenance. So then that is to help me recover from leg day and to help keep where I can keep going, and then also do my cardio. So that day right there really hurts the weight loss, right? So for example, right, so you'll see people who are like in the comments on YouTube, on you see a lot on TikTok, not so much on Instagram, but you'll see the comments on there that are like, yeah, man, I don't know, like I'm eating 1200 calories, I'm eating 1200 calories, I'm not losing weight. Well, what they're not telling you is the day that they go absolute freaking crazy, right? And then that ruins their progress. So, like, for example, right? So say you even went a week and a half of just 100% staying to your calorie deficit, right? Just a week and a half, and you all of a sudden break and you have 6,000 calories that day. Maybe even 8,000, 10,000. It happens, right? Well, you just ruined that week and a half progress. Now, if you've been dieting down solid for 3 weeks and you have one day like that, you're not going to ruin your progress. But you will see the scale go up the next day, right? Obviously. But a week and a half, you can totally ruin your progress on one day. But in that 3 weeks, if you go 2 or 3 days going absolute crazy, you can ruin your whole 3 weeks of process or progress. And that's just the truth to it. That's why I tell people all the time, like, don't do it aggressively. Don't even do it the way I'm doing, right? I think a better way of going at it is like 300 to 400 calories below your maintenance on top of doing cardio and on top of working out. But don't count your burned workout calories, So you don't be like, oh, I burned 500 calories doing cardio and my lift today, so I can have an extra 500 calories, and that still puts me at 1,800 calories. That's not how that works. Don't do that. And your watch is probably off by 25 to 45% anyways. So the best way of going at it is being consistent and not even taking refeed days, right? You don't necessarily need to take refeed days. You'll see misinformation out there where people are like, oh, well, you don't need them anyways because your body will burn the fat and then get the nutrition from the fat to restore in your muscles. That's not how that works either. So your body will burn the fat off to just keep you alive, right? And then it'll eat into some of the muscle if you're gone too crazy into your deficit. So you just want to find that good balance and you just stay 100% consistent. I like adding refeed days because they help me recover more, especially with my leg damage and my nerve damage and just all that stuff that I go through. So that's why I take my weight loss a lot slower, right? So that's where I'm like, that's where I got to tell people, it's like, you can't lie, right? And why would you want to lie, right? So you'll see people that come on here and they'll post like a full day of eating, and it's the most cleanest eating you ever seen, but they're not eating like that every day. And they could be 400 or 500 pounds. I see it all the time where they're like, today I ate 800 or 1800 calories. This is what I eat every single day. And then all of a sudden 2-3 weeks later, they're like, oh yeah, I haven't lost any weight. And it's like, it doesn't lie, man. The scale doesn't lie. The results doesn't lie. So if you go on and you say, I'm in a calorie deficit, and you look the same 3 months down the road, the only person you're hurting is yourself, right? You're not hurting the people that you're posting the content to. You're just hurting yourself because you're lying to yourself. And I see that with people who will, for example, Megan, like I've helped her with her weight loss, but she used to lie to herself all the time before she started really losing weight, where she'd be like, yeah, I don't know, like I haven't had that many calories. But then it'd be like, well, wait a minute. Like you just went and ate 2 handfuls of potato chips, or, you did this and this, that adds up. And you're either lying to yourself, or you're just not recognizing those moments when your body goes on autopilot and then you just gravitate to food and you don't even realize it, right? That's a thing too. It's like you gotta like stay locked in, and when your body's gonna follow your mind, right? And when your mind goes on that autopilot and you just go in there and you're just so used to grabbing like a handful of chips here and there and eating and whatever, you really got to tell your brain like, whoa, stop. We're locked in. I got to count this. Like I cannot eat this unless I 100% count it. And I used to do that too with like fruits, vegetables, all that stuff. I'd be like, you know what, it's just fruit, so I'm not going to count it. And I'd have a big fruit bowl. Well, that fruit bowl was probably 150 calories. So I do that 2 times a day. That's 300 calories right there. And then I went to 1800, or say for example, but then I only counted to 1800, but I didn't count my fruit. Well, guess what? Now I'm at 19, 20, 2100, and I'm at maintenance. I took my calorie deficit away. That is why it's so important for you guys to record, or to 100% weigh out your food and count your calories, just so you know 100%. But anyways, Evie's sleeping, or I would put her on camera right now, but I think we're gonna go ahead and go into the gym and get this back day knocked out, and then we'll get out and recover. Pretty tired. I'm still gonna do cardio and all that stuff, so yeah. And my appointment didn't go very well. I am on, she said I will eventually probably lose my foot at least, or even possibly my whole leg, just the nerve damage and blood flow, whole thing. But it is what it is, and we'll deal with it when it comes. So, but let's get started on this back day and get it blown out. Alright, pretty good lift. So I started out, so on one of Sam Sulek's videos, someone in the comments left about hitting your lats all first before hitting like back pulls or back rows. So I did that and see how it was. And I gotta say, I like that way better. It felt like I was using more like my back muscles when I was doing the back rows and a little bit less lats because my lats were already done with. And that lat machine pulling over your head, I would highly recommend that one. Like that one, I hit my lats the best I've ever felt them. So I've never hit my lats that good. And then when I went to go do the lat pull downs, I felt it even more back there. I was like, oh my gosh. So pretty good lift. Hit the rear delts with it. Did a couple sets of traps as well. And then it took me about an hour because I was talking to people. But I gotta get back to go let Evie out and check on her. So let's take a look at how the back is. So, pretty good back day. And then tomorrow's arms. So we'll see you guys tomorrow for arms, and I think we'll lift here and not at any time tomorrow. So yeah, so see you guys tomorrow for arms.